tariff that has been slapped on foreign-made auto parts, including those coming from Canada and Mexico. Even higher tariffs on steel and aluminum, two materials crucial for building cars, which just exacerbates the problem. While some goods are exempt under USMCA, automakers are struggling to navigate the new tariff regime. And that's because manufacturers invest 5, 10, 20 years out. And now they can't. Uncertainty is crippling them. And with more Michiganders tightening our belts, fewer buy cars. So we have higher costs, lower sales, and jobs at risk. The Anderson Economic Group says that the cost of Broncos, Suburbans, Jeeps, Dodge Rams, and others are going to go up by thousands of dollars. GM and Stellantis reported losses of more than $1 billion each. The Wall Street Journal reports that Ford expects a $2 billion tariff hit to their bottom line. Fortescue paused plans for an electric vehicle battery factory in Detroit that would have created 600 jobs. For Alpha USA, a small supplier in Livonia, costs are rising about $250,000 a month due to tariffs on the nuts and bolts they use to make parts. Proto, a Michigan-based manufacturer, is losing clients because of tariffs affecting estimates and timelines. Now, in some cases, they're not just scaling back. With tariffs on Canada and Mexico higher than the tariffs on Japan, auto companies are considering building cars and products entirely overseas, so they pay the tariff once coming into our country. So dangerously ironic, the national tariff chaos does the opposite of what the goal is. Companies are cutting, not creating jobs in Michigan. Costs are going up, not down. The price of a new car is rising by thousands, and your dollar won't go as far. Every one of us craves certainty. We want to know what's coming. We know when the bills are coming due, what our sports schedules are, where we're going to shop for groceries. We rely on certainty in larger ways, too. We like to know for sure that the roads on which we're driving are safe. The food we eat has been inspected, and the water we drink is clean. Small businesses need certainty to hire workers, plan inventory, and grow. Michigan's big three are 26 OEMs, but thousands of auto suppliers. Certainty too. All businesses do. Right now they don't have it. We're all paying the price. So I'm going to continue to work alongside businesses and our congressional delegation, and anyone who can try to help persuade decision makers in Washington, D.C. to adopt a tariff structure that reaffirms the USMCA, one that helps us compete, not holds us back, one that helps people save money, not cost them more. And while a state can't unilaterally impact tariff policy, it can bring to bear pressure and information. And what we can do here at the state level is work together to provide certainty. We must do that now. We must work together to get certainty here in Michigan and to get the budget done. Let's put new job-creating tools in our toolbox that helps us leverage our strong workforce and manufacturing heritage to compete against other states and countries. We need to do three things: make it easier to build factories and facilities, create and retain good Michigan jobs, and make it easier to incentivize innovation in Michigan. No tool is perfect, but we have to do something to deliver more wins for Michigan because competition is fierce. I want to talk about the budget. While we can't control the global tariff war, what we can do is make life a little easier for Michiganders and reduce uncertainty. As Michiganders watch the news, they tend to ask a simple question: what does this mean for me and my family? Failing to get this done means more uncertainty, higher costs, and less jobs. Let's take roads first. Since taking office through the end of this construction season, we will have fixed more than 24,500 lane miles of road and 1,900 bridges, supporting tens of thousands of good-paying jobs. and tens of thousands of drives to work or school or the grocery store that are faster and safer and predictable. But our current fix for roads, the Rebuilding Michigan plan, is expiring. Nearly 10,000 good paying Michigan jobs, skilled laborers, equipment operators, and small business owners could go away. But it's really about people. That's what all of this is about, people. People like Jim Metcalf. He's a road worker from Jackson who spoke here at the Capitol at the Valley a couple weeks ago. He's got a good job that permits him to provide for his family. And his job makes your commute safer. If we don't invest in our roads and jobs like Jim's, he's going to find another job in another state that does. His family will either follow him to that state or they'll live here while he's working elsewhere. Our roads will get worse. And when we finally do put money into our roads, it'll cost a lot more and we will have lost all that critical expertise. Another key area that we need to address in this budget is education. We've made a lot of progress in Michigan. We closed the funding gap. We fed all 1.4 million Michigan kids free breakfast and lunch. We tripled literacy coaches in classrooms and put thousands more teachers on free paths to the classroom. Unfortunately, the school year started a few weeks ago, and our schools still don't have a budget. All this progress is at stake. At the same time, we still face a crisis. Just a quarter of our fourth graders are reading proficiently. Unacceptable. Now is not the time to go backwards. We recently changed the law to use proven phonics-based reading strategies, but we need to keep moving forward. And finally, I want to talk about public safety. Let's make sure that our local first responders have the resources that they need to reduce violent crime, keep Michiganders safe on the roads, at school, and in their communities. So when it comes to the state budget, the governor's job, my job, is to introduce the budget and then to sign the budget. The legislature to debate and pass the budget. And it needs to get done by the end of the fiscal year, just a few weeks away, a couple weeks away. 223 days ago, I introduced the budget. 125 days ago, the Senate passed their budget on time, as they always have under Leader Brinks. It's 3 years in a row. 77 days ago, the statutory budget deadline came and went. And 21 days ago, the House finally passed their budget. Let me be clear, it's not one that I would sign, but they passed it 21 days ago. My budget team will continue to participate in all the conversations, but putting up the vote and actually passing the budget is the legislature's responsibility. If we do this right, we can all win. We can govern. And governing means compromise. A budget deal can deliver on the priorities that I've been fighting for, investing in our kids, fixing our roads, helping us compete, keeping people safe. It can deliver on the Senate's important objectives to help us make sure that we protect Medicaid, feed kids at school, support moms and babies. And it can deliver on the House's goals too. They want to trim spending. They want to fix local roads and increase transparency. All of that is doable. I really appreciated that comment. If the legislature sends me a budget that reflects these shared priorities, I will sign it. I've signed 6 balanced bipartisan budgets, 4 with a Republican-led House and Senate, 2 with a Democratic House and Senate. Every time we got it done. Now, both Leader Brinks and I can tell you, it's never easy. But when the job is done, it's always worth it. We should be proud that no matter how dysfunctional Congress and Washington, D.C. gets, regardless of what party's in charge, the state of Michigan has produced balanced budgets and gotten them done on time. That has been the general rule here, regardless of who's in power. It's a stark reminder as we look at the next 14 days of what's happening in Washington and what we need to do here in Lansing.
Candidate Trump.
In this town, it takes 56 votes in the House, 20 votes in the Senate, and one governor's signature for any bill to get enacted. I know that Leader Brinks is available and ready, and my team and I are ready to go. We can still do this on time. The clock is ticking. Michigan can model to the nation how to work together and get things done. It's how many of us were raised. I'm still guided by the values I was taught growing up in a bipartisan household with a Democratic mom and a Republican dad. Decency, respect, and kindness. When I was in the state Senate, I worked with Governor Snyder to expand Medicaid. I could have said no or made unreasonable demands to score political points, but instead we put politics aside and got it done because it was the right thing to do. And hundreds of thousands of our fellow Michiganders have health care today because we centered our desire to make a real difference in people's lives.
I think you can
know, as well as anybody, the world feels very divided and heavy right now. We're living through a time of extreme rhetoric and rising political violence. We must remember that while we stand on different sides of the aisle, we all basically want the same things: happy, healthy children, good paying jobs, food on the table, safe communities, and a stronger Michigan.
There's no easy transition.
That is our task at hand. Let's get it done. Let's get to work. Thank you.
Right. 15 days away from a potential government shutdown here in the state of Michigan. And there are you heard 4 of them up here an hour ago. Very earnest people working to prevent that. I'm not confident that